Nova Rae drew her very first breath as trumpets warmed up on a muggy Sunday morning, the 4th of July 1999, inside a pastel pink birthing wing that sits 2 stories above the braided levees of New Orleans, Louisiana. Outside, brass bands rehearsed gentle second-line strolls, while sweet tea vendors stirred cane sugar into battered metal pitchers. Nova's mother, a hat maker who keeps satin ribbon curls in every apron pocket, hummed Creole lullabies about river spirits who polish moonlight into pearls. Her father, a street corner trombonist turned jazz club sound engineer who always smells of cedar resin and chicory coffee, leaned close to the squirming newborn and vowed that true stages never measure waistlines. They only crave a heart brave enough to swing. Curve danced through the Rae bloodline like wisteria along wrought iron balconies, so nobody gasped when baby Nova popped the seams on her 3rd christening gown before the Reverend reached the final amen. Granny Eloise simply opened each stitch, tucked golden silk gaudets into the gaps, and laughed that extra fabric cost nickels, while extra daring buys galaxy. Primary school mornings tasted of warm beignets and hallway Snickers. Taller and fuller than every classmate, Nova blocked the projector beam whenever Miss Landry invited her to solve fractions. One sticky recess, a boy shouted that she shaded more sidewalk than a parade float. That afternoon, she slipped into her mother's millinery loft, rescued cracked glass beads, polished their edges smooth, and sewed them like tiny suns along both sleeves of her navy cardigan. At first bell next dawn, fluorescent tubes scattered honey sparks across chalk dust clouds every single time she raised her hand. A visiting substitute filmed 10 shaky seconds on a hand-me-down flip phone, uploaded the clip to an infant video board, and before twilight, 16,000 strangers cheered the girl who stitched ridicule into daylight. Nova copied a single line onto a sugar-spotted spelling test. Mirrors multiply while egos dissolve. Teen weekends belong to riverfront flea markets, dusk porch jam sessions, and dawn brass rehearsals, marching down to Tula's street. Store-bought jeans bruised her thighs, so Nova traded trumpet lessons for torn festival banners, cut them into high-waist palazzo pants, and posed against peeling shutters while pelicans traced commas over the water. She launched an online diary named Golden Cadence. Captions roll in between bayou slang and crisp English confessions like, "Hips keep half the rhythm section." By 17 Mardi Gras seasons, she counted 57,000 devoted followers whose hearts tapped on every caramel dusk frame, proof that a glowing rectangle outsings cafeteria whispers faster than any counselor's pep talk. A scholarship ferried her north to Berklee College of Music in Boston. Daylight vanished inside Harmony Labs. Nights belonged to a 24-hour po' boy cart tucked beneath Mass Avenue's glowing trestle. The cart's flickering trumpet bell neon gave her one loyal key light. Between hot link orders, she filmed 90-second reels twisting parchment wrappers into hair rosettes while decoding dart rotation in half-crescent city look and half Fenway spun upload, tapping muted trumpet pops on stock pot lids while quick hem in a velvet blazer breezed past 1 million plays in fewer than 48 hours. Rolling Stone tagged her the Pooh Boy Couturière. Every sponsorship email still froze at United States size 16 though, so Nova slid each pitch into a folder titled Patience Like River Silt and kept ladling gravy. Fortune drifted in a transvat on a spring thunder roll of 2023 when Christian Dior invited her to co-design a plus-range capsule called Bayou Brass. Nova answered with 3 crescent clean terms. Patterns must reach 62-inch hips. Half the campaign crew must come from public art colleges. 10% of every single dollar earned will fund brass band confidence camps for curvy teens across the Mississippi Delta. The House agreed before morning fog lifted off the Charles River. The campaign filmed at sunrise atop Jackson Square's flagstone stage. Nova walked a molten gold satin trench across misty cobblestones while drones zigzagged like curious swifts. Once images spilled onto global feeds, every extended size coat vanished inside 43 hours across 23 countries. Golden Cadence rolled past the 500,000 followers shoreline, still scented of Creole mustard and brass polish. Nova lobstering gratitude from the pool boy cart roof while trolley wires hummed overhead. Spotlight heat attracts room of mosquitoes. A diet podcaster claimed Nova cinched steel corsets under linen between mouthfuls of pralines. She answered from a levee bluff at sunset. Sports bra and linen cargos, belly rolls brushed in edible gold dust. Fingers drummed a 2/4 swing on driftwood. Then she laughed. The Mississippi never apologizes for breath, and neither will I. 10 million viewers reposted under tag Gold River Truth, dusting their own curves with cinnamon sugar until gossip drifted downstream. Art wages plus capsule royalties, birth Rae butter, a whipped body balm, blending magnolia seed oil, cane syrup caramel, and mica sparks that glow sunset bronze under foam flash. 15,000 jars spun inside her father's backstage workshop, lids tied with retired trumpet valve springs, and tags stamped Nourish Your Horizon. Inventory disappeared in 86 minutes, raising $175,000 in full work. 20% seated cadence looms, grants pairing industrial sewing machines with beginner brass kits for plus-size youth in parish high schools from Houma to Hattiesburg. 8 months later, 36 scholars premiere a river barge fashion concert, streamed to morning news audiences nationwide. New York Fashion Week etched her legend. 10 minutes before Nova's closing walk for Dior Curve, a backstage steam hose drenched her sapphire mesh gown, shrinking the waist 7 inches. With 90 ticking seconds, she grabbed copper pool boy presses from catering, flattened them into scalloped shields, pinned them over taut seams, and glided the runway, chiming like bell cymbals. Vogue named it the Pool Boy Press Miracle. Dior reissued the gown with detachable copper crests, crediting her river deep poise. Another 1 million admirers sailed to her page before after-party bourbon slush even thawed. The drama tried again when a former assistant linked clipped emails hinting Nova demanded lobster po' boys and chauffeur-driven paddle boats for her rescue Pelican. She posted a complete chain: rider listing, refillable water urns, vegan jambalaya for crew, and caption rehearsal monitors for deaf stylists. That month's affiliate revenue, $126,000, went straight to hurricane grief therapy circles for coastal garment collectives. Fans echoed her levee mantra: receipts outrun rumor sold. By mid-summer 2024, Golden Cadence glows to 6 million Instagram voyagers, 3.2 million short video skippers, and 1.6 million steadfast vlog pilgrims. Engagement holds near 9%, melting brand spreadsheets. Cartier beckoned for Dawn Compass, a watch vignette filmed inside a glowworm cave beneath old railway arches. Nova accepted only if Cartier funds therapy stipends for night shift custodians studying design. They toasted with Satsuma spritz. The final reel, her wrist glinting beneath jade ripples, became Cartier's most saved clip that quarter. Family remains her metronome. Twice each month, she streams strings and spice, father riffing upright jazz while mother trims ribbon plumes. Nova thrift flips denim jackets live. One session peaked at 9 million views when a cheeky raccoon climbed a sax stand, stole a ribbon, and bounded out among applauding emojis. A wildlife rescue now sponsors every broadcast, tagging rehabilitated raccoons with satellite charms funded by Rae Butter. Rae Butter's second-year revenue drifted beyond $11 million. Nova leased a shuttered paddle wheel depot, carved skylights through tin roofing, and staffed jar lines with retired brass tacks and animation grads. Every tin still sports a trumpet spring bow tied during midday second line breaks. Efficiency auditors begged for shrink bands. She quoted Granny Eloise, "Warm hands keep legends while machines simply count them," and bows endured. Mental health candor roots her grid. She pairs Levy-top editorials with hostel mirror selfies captioned "Same river, gentler current." She shares breathing tracks recorded in echoing tram tunnels and CBT worksheets in English and French Creole. A teletherapy partner now hosts sliding scale sessions. 88,000 users call her transparency their first sunrise. Community lantern floats drift each new moon. Globe marches invite fans to paddle phosphorescent canals wearing Rae Butter on shoulders and LED magnolia crowns. Ticket profits widen cadence looms and nurture wetland grass beds. Beignet cafes note 15% revenue bumps on float nights. Nova helms each flotilla, lo-fi brass pulsing through waterproof speakers while she pauses mid-lagoon to tighten Stranger Life vest. horizons keep unfurling like trumpet glissandos, she is drafting a memoir titled Onyx Horizon for release next autumn in 9 languages. A streaming titan wraps season 1 of a docuseries following her dream to convert retired steamboats into solar sewing and media studios that travel the Mississippi. Puma will launch Tide Pole sneakers wide toe boxes trimmed with reflective Pooh Boy crests. 10% of every pair broadens cadence looms from Baton Rouge to Biloxi. If Nova Rae's voyage from Golden Bee cuffs to Pooh Boy press miracles set bright wind in your lungs, tap like, hit subscribe, and share. Which ember flared loudest? The silver dust levee drum, the ribbon snatching raccoon, or the copper shield runway rescue? Scroll the description for Rae butter drops, cadence looms play. Remember, each current can redirect sunrise, every scar can cradle moonlight, and jazz-soaked streets still cheer souls bold enough to blaze brighter than rumor. Not your trumpet spring bow. Lace those Tide Pole sneakers and stride until the skyline echoes your name.